Hey guys, this is Exquisitus here. Let's play Feed the Beast Unhinged. Sorry it's been a little while since I got back to you guys. I've been working 90-hour weeks. It's killing me. Negative 40 wind chills, working outside all day, every day. Anyway, I've done a lot in the game in between episodes. I apologize for that. I try to keep up, I really do. You can see my door is gone. Nobody was around, literally. I was just in my basement where all my stuff happens, and I heard an explosion. I came upstairs. Nobody was even on the server at the time, and a creeper blew my door up, so I have a damn cobblestone door now. Whatever. You can see I got a few more zombie heads. I have yet to get any other kind of head. It's really disgruntled me. Everybody else has heads. One thing I'll show you guys, I don't think I've shown you this yet. I have that diamond pickaxe I made a long time ago to mine obsidian to get that portal going because I was too lazy for the igneous extruder. Anyway, I had looted 2 Fortune 2 books. Well, I decided to put them together on my anvil here. I had one Fortune 2, one Fortune 2, and I made a Fortune 3 book. And I enchanted that diamond pickaxe, and let me tell you, with Fortune 3, that thing's badass. So, anyway, I don't mean to blow your mind, guys, on what has happened in my base in between episodes, and I really do apologize, because so much shit has happened, it's gonna be like mind-boggling, okay? I still have the blast furnace, still have the coke oven, got my refinery over here, nothing's changed here. I'm not even using it because another guy on the server decided he was going to step into oil, and quite frankly I had bigger plans, so I don't need the oil anymore. I'm not using this fuel for anything, so it's just stable all the time. However, my coke oven and my blast furnace, what I did, okay, a lot of shit I've been doing needs a lot of steel, alright? Well, like any of the thermal expansion machines, to make that machine block now takes steel with this mod pack. So, I really wanted a way to keep a certain number of items in my inventory at all times, so to speak. And I was like, how do I do that? Because I've never done that before. Well, that's where the level emitter comes in on your AE system. So what I did, first thing I did was I set up the coal coke oven. See, but I'll explain all this. It looks complicated as hell, and well, to be honest, it kind of is. So I have a creosote oil iron tank below it. It's a 3x3x4 iron tank. The smallest of small you can do. You can see it's pretty full of creosote oil. And the only reason I'm capturing this creosote oil is because I've told myself ever since I started playing this, someday, I don't know when, but god damn it, someday I am going to do something with Railcraft, and I am going to have a train. I don't care what it does, but I'm gonna do it. And I've decided that's this server. So I'm harvesting this oil, and it's just going into this tank right now. So I'm collecting my oil so I can make the ties and shit. What I got here, this is a precision export bus. It's slightly upgraded over a standard export bus, and I'll show you how to make it real quick. It's just a normal export bus and a basic processor put together. Now the thing with this is you have 8 slots of input instead of 1, and then you have a redstone mode, which is active with you have a lot of different options. And then you can move single items or stacks. Over here on my coke oven, I have a Well, it's an import bus, so it's sucking out the coal coke. Right here is the level emitter, and you can see I set it to 256 coal coke. You have to specify what you want, and then it emits a level. It emits a redstone signal.
They don't sell awake.
When an item is below a certain limit. So when it's below 256, the redstone signal kicks on. Sorry about that. He just asked if anybody was still awake. So anyway, that's what I got going on here. Now, it would be a real pain to show you what I did for my blast furnace, but I set up on top of this thing another level emitter telling it when my steel ingots reach 192 steel ingots, it stops feeding iron and coal coke into this blast furnace. So all the time in my inventory, in my AE system, I should have a minimum of 192 steel. And the blast furnace is pretty slow, so I had a whole stack of steel in the blast furnace when I hit 192. That's why I have 244 steel ingots, but I'm happy with that. I really like it. It helps me quite a bit. Now here's the next big thing you'll see. This over here is the same. This over here is slightly different, I guess. But this wall is completely different. I believe in the last episode I had a single assembly machine, and then I had the extractor, the compressor, and the centrifuge. What I noticed is, okay, on your interface, you know, I had 5 patterns to make basic circuits and advanced circuits with an assembly machine. The problem was, if you wanted more than one, they would overrun themselves and it would put the wrong items in at the wrong time. It was really frustrating. You had to sit there and man it and correct it, and it was just a pain in the ass. So what I did was I built, 5 assembly machines, and I put the appropriate pattern. I put 1 pattern per machine. So now I can tell it I want 64 advanced circuits, and I get 64 advanced circuits, and I don't have to intervene at all. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread, I'm telling you. It's well worth it. The other thing I noticed is my roof was not tall enough to have a block in between that interface and the next assembly machine. So you had 2 machines touching the same interface. Well, easy fix. You click it with your wrench, and now you see that downward arrow. That downward arrow tells it that anything coming from the interface goes into the machine below, or vice versa. If it had an upward arrow, it would go to the machine above, vice versa. I added another centrifuge with an export bus, import bus. This was actually for spinning redstone, is what it was for, to be honest, to make chrome out of ruby dust. But as you can see now, I'm spinning hydrogen cells to make deuterium cells for later on. I'm just trying to get rid of these hydrogen cells I had from making titanium in my industrial electrolyzer. I don't know what's going on with my frames per second at the moment. Holy shit, it's down to 1. I'm going to get away from these machines. I'm going to go downstairs, and I'm going to show you guys what I've done down here. It's almost unplayable, guys. Sorry, it was working fine earlier. Let me get down here. So I used to have my mine shaft entrance down there and everything. As you can see, I don't anymore. Just kind of ends right there. And I'll show you that in a minute. I added a second MFSU, and then as you can see, I now have 2 medium voltage transformers. This is really unplayable, guys. I apologize for this. I've never experienced such lag like this. And as you can see here, hopefully, I have 4 low voltage transformers now. I'm trying to get the most packets that I can, most bang for my buck, so to speak. I could probably add 4 more low voltage transformers, because technically you can have 4 per MFSU or 1 medium voltage per MFSU. So in this case I got 2 medium voltage and only 4 low voltage, but it's working pretty good for me right now. So I don't know what to tell you guys. This is ridiculous. Normally I run around with 100 frames per second, but in this case it's 1 frame per second. I honestly don't know why, but I'm fixing to show you some crazy shit. Some really crazy shit. The next thing I want to show you guys is, okay, I redid my engines a little bit, or rather I added quite a few. I've got 23 engines now. I believe it's 23. Whatever it is, I added enough so that it's just over 100 MJ a tick. And then I added a second redstone energy cell because I was having difficulties. Occasionally my AE system was shutting down. My AE system is starting to cost a hell of a lot of energy, and by that I mean a lot of energy. So what I did was